Hey kids, Mr. Glenn here. Hope you are well. We were looking at just finishing off our spider selection last time. So I have a spider underneath my lasso and magic wand title here. So 3, 2, 1, we're going to look at the spider again so that you're prepared for the spider. There it is. If we just have a quick look at our spider here in our little selection, what I've got in my marching ants is that it's the computer, while I'm using the magic wand, is able to get in amongst all the hairs that we as humans we don't have the ability to be able to do this. We don't have the accuracy. So we're unable to do this, but we are with the magic wand. So we can use the accuracy of the magic wand to select in here and start to use the tolerance. So when I delete this now, it takes away, a lot of fine detail that I can just click on it and use my delete key and delete it straight away. So I can select on these bits of color around the edges of the spider's legs, and I can take away huge pieces of color. So I can just deselect this for a second, Control D. If I go in there, you can see that we can really sort of get into all these fine pieces. So just have a look around now. I think that's pretty close. So I'm going to deselect this. So just remember, I can Control D or I can deselect Control D there. And then I can go and use an eraser. Now, if I've got an eraser, I've got quite a large eraser, and this is just to tidy everything up, especially these words down here. So I can get rid of these words like this. I can just have a look around, just make sure there's no sort of straggly bits. Just get in there behind where my face is now on the screen, and then just get up into there, and just I can take away those pieces. Look, I can just get in there, because if I just look closely, you can see they're a bit straggly, but it's actually all right. If you are super careful, even you can have a go at home or on your computer right in here, and just get in there and just leave those straggly bits, then the hairs that are around that spider's abdomen. So there we go. So we've got that. And what we can do is we can go and start to play around with this now. We've isolated the object, isolated the insect and the animal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new layer and just show you something that if I grab this layer and put the spider to the top, and I call this layer, this one here, BG. Just pop in here and go BG so you can see this for background like we've done before. What I can do is I can go to my bucket tool here, and then inside the bucket tool, I can just go into my BG layer, drag it underneath the spider, and just have a look here. So if I go into this here and I go into my color, which is my primary color, so you can see I've got primary and secondary colors. These are your left click and your right click. Secondary is your right click. Primary is your left click on your mouse. Okay, so I've got my primary set up here. I'm going to go and make this sort of like a fuchsia pink. So I've got this kind of 1980s style disco sock color here. Now, if I just move over my smoke to the other side of my screen and look and make sure that I'm in my BG layer, so I'm not in the spider layer here. So if I click on that, I'm in the spider layer now. I'm in the BG layer because it says it's blue. I use my bucket tool and click in there like so, and just zoom out. You can see that it's still a bit dirty. It's still, what I mean by dirty is this here, all these straggly bits here. So I think that's fine. I can just go into my spider layer and I can erase that. But I'm now able to go and edit my picture for any sort of piece of work that I'm doing in another class. So if I'm working for something else, say I'm working in PE or I'm working in science, I'm able now to go and create a background. I'm able to go and make an icon. I'm able to go and make a page by cutting something out and then putting it next to my work or my blog or whatever it is I'm working on, and add this custom element now to my piece of learning. Okay, so what I'm going to do in the next clip is just show you that we can go and really change our style now that we're able to go and isolate objects with our lasso tool and magic wand, because what we're able to do is look at different objects and different colors and different pictures and think, do I want a lasso or do I want to magic wand this, based on what we've just done in these last 2 lessons. Using a lasso is where I've got colors that are too close together, and then the magic wand is going to struggle to see the colors. Or I've got something like this that has lots of things like hair and lots of single colors around it, and it means that I can just click once and delete lots of delicate areas in my magic wand and lasso. So what we're going to do next is just have a look at how we are going to bring all this together and how we can start to make a really good, solid composition and piece of art in the next couple of lessons. All right, so go and have a look at the spider, go and isolate it, see if you can add a background color of your style, and play around with it. Can we start to create our own pictures with all the spiders? All right, so go and experiment, go and play around with the colors, and see how well you get on with the magic wand tool. As always, good luck.